I was in a long-term relationship for a very long time. This relationship spanned from my sophomore year in college all the way till I was in my 30s. This relationship made me a mom, and it's been over 2 years since that relationship, or coming up on 2 years this summer since that relationship has completely ended. And I'm not gonna lie, it's been pretty difficult for me to step back out into the dating scene. Even though I have people, trying to pursue and I guess attempting, to go that route with me. Jeez, why is my voice cracking like this? My goodness. Excuse me. But it's taken me a lot to get back out there, and I'm not even like getting back out there. And sometimes I just have no interest to get back out there in the dating world. Like, after being with someone for so long and actually like coming into adulthood with someone, learning how to be an adult. Yes, I get that you may come to the realization that maybe you're not equally yoked. But for me, it's like you get to choose love, right? We all get to choose, and you can feel like someone was made for you. You could feel like maybe they weren't, but at the end of the day, you get to choose who you want to be with. And I think for me, I chose. And when I chose forever. And so that was the ups and the downs. Even when, they may not have been at their best. Sometimes I look back and I think, was I too hard? Was I too harsh? And I don't really think so, because I had my own goals, I had my own dreams, and my goals and dreams, when I thought of them, I wasn't just thinking of me alone. Like, these were goals and dreams for my family, for my sons, and I don't think that one day something just switches, or switch just goes off and someone decides that they don't want to be with you. I think this decision happens maybe like over time. And I think even personally for me, there were times where I questioned, do I want to continue this? And I feel like at the end of the day, my own resolve would always be, I said my vows, I'm in this. I think we could make it work. But things don't always turn out as planned. And it's taken me a long while to heal over this relationship. And as I come to like get over it and, not go back, because there were times where I will not lie. Like in the beginning, of course, it was my comfort. It was what I was used to. So being alone, yeah, it felt pretty free. But then there were times now, it's hard being able to win without the people that you envision being next to you when you would have those moments. And sometimes I just know that that's probably life letting me know that they were never meant to have a seat at the table that was prepared for me. And maybe that's why things work out in the way that they do, even though we can't see how it's working in our favor while we're in it, because it hurts, but again, it's taken me a while. Like I said, I'm still not really interested in getting back out there, because it's like I invested so much into that relationship. I felt like getting up, going to work, especially working at a place that you don't like, you hate the job, but you're going in every day because of what you or who you come home to. And I feel like in relationships, especially like in marriages, there is compromise and there is sacrifice. And I feel like once you do either of those things in a relationship, it can make or break. I mean, like, especially if you end up doing something that you feel like wasn't necessarily aligned with who you are, but you did it for the sake of the relationship. But yeah, moving forward, I don't really trust moving forward with anybody. Like, I have people who have like tried to talk to me and everything like that, but it just doesn't. There's just always this thing in the back of my head, you know, like, I know that I gave my all, right? And really, that's pretty much the type of person that I am. Like, I like, if it's gonna end, I like for something to end knowing that I gave it my all. But yeah, people are also weird out here. I feel like dating in 2026 is kind of like weird and unsafe. I don't know. Like, I also don't see myself like investing, like, the older me, like, I don't see myself investing in someone new in the way that I have previously, because I know that, like, for me right now, it just feels like nothing lasts forever, or maybe we're just meant to experience love, and maybe that's not always just one love. I mean, think about it. Relationships happen. You fall in love sometimes. You might not even love the person that you're in a relationship with, but you might even just like them. But relationships happen, right? And they can end. But they can also end because, not because somebody just left you, but maybe, knock on wood, somebody passes away and you become widowed. Who's to say, that you're never to love again? And I think sometimes you don't have to become a widow. Sometimes it just takes a breakup for you to be able to experience love again. But I just don't feel open to doing that. And it's crazy because I feel like everybody wants to be loved, but it's like, can you love? And I think that's where I'm at right now, is that I don't know if I'm willing to give my love away again. And maybe I'm just coming to the realization of that right now. The effort of having to give my love away when I'm starting to spend all this time with myself. I spent so many years, over a decade of my life, always thinking of someone else instead of just worrying about me. And sometimes I think maybe I'm not rushing into dating because maybe God's really taking his time with me this time, so that when I am open and ready to move forward with someone, I can trust that I can sacrifice things and compromise things for the betterment of us together, and not feel betrayed in the end because someone just doesn't want this anymore. And that's crazy because I feel like I've never been with someone and just felt like, I don't want this anymore. How am I gonna get out of this? And that's weird because apparently I've dated people like that. What does that say about me? And that's how I know I don't need to be in a relationship right now. I am still worried about me, focused on me, and, trying to make some money. And if you made it this far, you're not just listening to me yap. You have a grateful heart. I appreciate you for being here. I love you. I'll sit with you in the next one. Peace.